We're approaching the end of October now, and we've already experienced a couple of hard frosts, which must mean it's time for the Drennan Winter Pole Champs. This year sees the festival spread over 3 days instead of 2. There's also 112 anglers entered into this year's festival. Although it's been very cold in the morning, the temperature soon rises. It's actually been rather warm for October, and with the weather being so unpredictable, it really is going to be a guessing game of what tactics and baits will actually work for this festival. And with the weather being so unpredictable, it's anyone's guess who's going to win the 2022 Winter Pole Champs.
This is the second year that we've run the Drennan Winter Pole Champs. Due to the popularity of the event last year, we've increased the numbers to 115. We were aiming for 120, but obviously with a few last-minute dropouts, as what normally happens on these events, we ended up with 115 people fishing the event this year. The reason for the increase in the numbers is due to the demand of people wanting tickets for last year, and obviously due to the success of last year's event, more and more people wanted to fish, so we've increased the numbers this year. From last year's festival, we had quite a few anglers ask us if we could increase the number of days on the festival from a 2-day festival to a 3-day festival. So we made the decision to grow the festival, and this year it's 3 days. This makes it a lot fairer because the chance of drawing 3 flyers over 3 days is quite unlikely. It can happen, but it's quite unlikely. We draw the festival at 9 o'clock, the anglers come and draw their pegs, and we fish from 11 till 4 p.m. in the afternoon.
There'll be some food laid on after the match today, and we'll get the results done as soon as we can. But thank you all for fishing, and good luck on the last day.
The festival is run on section points, so we've got sections of 6 and 7. So you have 6 anglers in a section or 7 anglers in a section. The section points go from 1 to 6, and the person with the lowest amount of points over the 3 days and the highest weight will win the event. If there is a tie on points, so if you have more than one person on potentially 3 points, then the person with the biggest weight with those points will then win the festival. Once again this year, Drennan have kindly sponsored the event. They've provided some massive lake prizes. We've got 24 lake prizes for individuals, and also obviously the first prize of a 16-metre top of the range acolyte pole. The Drennan Winter Pole Champs is open for anybody to enter. You don't know who you're going to be fishing with. It gives you the chance to fish with some real pro anglers. You could be sat by a 5-time world champion in Alan Scotthorne, you could be sat by Jamie Hughes or Andy Bennett. You never know who you're going to end up sitting by or fishing with. So the weather this year is a bit different to last year. We don't have so much wind this year. It's quite warm outside for this time of year in October. So I'm hoping that there's going to be a lot of fish caught in the next few days. Tactically, there's so many different baits that work on this venue and so many different tactics and methods. Maggot, pellet's going to go, meat's been going, which is unusual for this time of year as well. Obviously it's a pole-only event, so you can only use the pole. It's really difficult to say what the winning tactics are going to be, but that's what's going to keep the event exciting.
After 3 very enjoyable days of competition, the festival is now over. Considering we're in late October, there's been some great weights recorded, including 12 weights over that magical 100 pounds. Maggots have certainly played a vital part in the anglers' tactics. But surprisingly, some of the bigger carp have been caught on hard pellets or even luncheon meat. With the overall prizes being paid out down to 13th place, there is always a tense wait for these results. And no wonder why, as there was only 2 points separating all of these prize winners. This year's champion and the winner of the 2022 Winter Pole Champs is Lee Giles. The festival has yet again been a huge success and fished in great spirits, with no doubt the anglers already looking forward to next year's event.
Where do we see the festival going? Obviously we'd like to try and grow the event year on year, but going from 90 to 115 anglers is a great step forward in that, and we'd like to grow it again for next year. I think a 3-day festival is going to be a great success, and I think the anglers will thoroughly enjoy it and want to book on for next year too.